Here's a sobering thought. The time you spend sitting right now listening to this podcast, working at your desk, binge watching your favorite show might be increasing your cancer risk by the same magnitude as smoking or obesity. I'm Dr. Fergal Armstrong, and today we're talking about something that affects most of us, the dangerous relationship between prolonged sitting and cancer. In my decades of clinical practice in addiction and lifestyle medicine, I've seen how behavioral patterns can profoundly impact health outcomes. We often think of addiction in terms of substances, but our addiction to sitting might be one of the most underestimated threats to public health today. Let me share 3 findings from major international studies that should make us all stand up and take notice, literally. First, the numbers are staggering. Research published in the Annals of Internal Medicine find that physical inactivity causes 10% of breast cancer cases and 10% of colon cancer cases worldwide. To put that into perspective, in 2008 alone, that translated to approximately 47,000 deaths from breast and colorectal cancer globally that could have been prevented. Second, and this is the part that surprised even me, the increased risk applies even if you exercise regularly. Studies show that people who meet physical activity guidelines but spend the rest of their waking hours sitting still faced elevated cancer risk. It's what the researchers call the active couch potato phenomenon. You cannot simply exercise away 8 hours of sitting. Third, the biological mechanisms are fascinating. Prolonged sitting affects multiple cancer-related pathways. It alters metabolic function, increases inflammation, disrupts hormone levels including sex hormones and insulin, and affects the immune function. In my clinical experience, these interconnected systems explain why lifestyle interventions work so powerfully. They address root causes, not just symptoms. Here's what this means for you. Think about your typical day. Most adults in developed countries spend more than half their waking hours in sedentary activities. If you're working an office job, commuting by car, and relaxing in front of screens, you could easily be sedentary for 10 to 12 hours daily. The good news? The research shows you don't need to become an athlete. Even modest increases in activity, like 15 to 30 minutes of brisk walking daily, bring substantial health benefits. The key is interrupting prolonged sitting throughout the day. Some practical strategies that I recommend to my patients: stand or walk during phone calls, set a timer to move every 30 minutes, have walking meetings, take the stairs, park further away. These aren't revolutionary, but they're evidence-based interventions that work. The connection between sitting and cancer risk is real. It's measurable, and importantly, it's modifiable. You have agency here. Start small, commit to one change today. Stand up while listening to the rest of this podcast. Your body will thank you. I'm Dr. Fergal Armstrong. Stay active and stay healthy.